You're watching Wibblestein, and welcome to the first episode of Doom.
And Blitzkrieg is joining.
Alright. Are you able to see the screen? There you go. Alright. Yeah, I just fiddle with the settings for 15 minutes here, so...
Bro, old PC games are just nutty when it comes to settings. You could sit there for 30 years trying to figure out where the hell VSync is.
Yeah, and the gender of your Doom guy.
I forgot that was a thing. Dude, I genuinely forgot that you could change the gender of Doom guy.
It might just be a GZ Doom thing, because that's how I'm playing it on here.
Oh, you got GZ Doom.
Yeah.
See, on PS3, when I got the PS3 version, it's not on there. Which is just insane to me that a lot of the stuff got cut out between PC. What are you running? Do you run it on DOSBox?
No, GZ Doom. Because GZ Doom is God, I don't even know if you can say it's an emulator. It's just a fucking alternate, engine? I don't even know what to say. But
Well, it's not really an engine as much as it is the system that it's running on. Because, the original engine was the Doom engine. But the problem with, running it on original software is it's not made for modern PCs. It just...
Well, yeah, exactly. It's not.
Wait, what are you playing? What difficulty are you playing it on?
Hurt me plenty.
Of course you are. The last time I played Doom, I played it on, the highest difficulty.
I think it was Hurt Me Plenty. That's, the normal difficulty of it. That's, medium.
Doom's easy to master.
Yeah.
Because there's no... Once you learn the enemy's patterns, once you learn that...
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If you rock back and forth with the shotgun, you just kill anything.
Not necessarily. You gotta learn that there are enemies that are the hit scan enemies. Enemies that can hit you from across the map regardless.
Well, when in Doom 2, you start getting the freaking, arch vials and shit that'll just hit you wherever the fuck you are.
That's just annoying, dude.
That shit is annoying.
Even, the chain gunners, that's considered a hit scan enemy. They can hit you...
Yeah, exactly.
Right as soon as you come into the field of view, which is the problem with older games is, since there's no, really upward aiming or downward aiming, enemies just can hit you in a straight line.
Which, technically, it's gonna look like I'm aiming up and down here, but it's not actually working that way for the most part. Because in GZ Doom, you actually can just straight up look up and down, and you'll see me do that every now and then. Yeah. I don't know if you've noticed it at all yet, but I have actually looked up and down a little bit. You can see me looking at the floor there.
Yeah, but it's not, actually in the game.
Yeah, exactly. Actually in the game, it's not gonna literally, it doesn't work that way.
There's no real aiming in Doom.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, I can just look that way.
And that's the problem with, early 3D games, is there's no up or down. There's just... a semblance of up or down.
Well, yeah, because they were basically built like those old, dungeon crawl games where you're just, you have tiles and you're walking forwards and backwards and freaking pacing left and right. It's, really weird because everything's a square, you can see.
Let's just talk about Doom's weaponry. There's this thing called the id model of weaponry, which is essentially you have your pistol, your shotgun, your basic, rifle, you have your heavy machine gun, your ballistic weaponry, and you have your plasma weapon, and you have your BFG. They call it.
Just kind of grab the Gatling gun and level 2 real quick, by the way.
But that's called the id weaponry. The chain gun is a good example of that. The chain gun appears in every single Doom game.
Yeah,
Doom 1, 2, 3...
It also almost instantaneously makes your pistol useless.
It really does. The pistol is useless. To a degree. It has unlimited ammo. So
even in the freaking manual, they're like, oh, you're stuck with just a shitty pistol, and that's your entire point.
When you think about it, the pistol isn't useless in, the newer Doom games. For instance, when I played...
because it's a freaking modern FPS where you,
You have to have a decent weapon for everything.
Exactly.
Old games like this, the pistol, it's going to be shitty because you're trying to get hold of better weapons to use. And the hardest difficulty on this, especially in, the add-on packs like Plutonia, Doom Plutonia, or TNT...
Yeah, I had that too.
Oh my, don't play it. Do not play Plutonia, dude. Because they start you off in, the first map,
also
fighting a Baron of Hell with a pistol, dude. What the hell is that? That's
crazy. Also, what's weird is that in the manual of Doom, the first Doom, they actually don't count the chainsaw as a weapon that you can get. They don't actually list it.
Really?
Which is weird because it's in the second level.
It's would it be considered a secret weapon?
It's a very secret weapon because you have to shoot a freaking wall just to find it.
Granted, there's no real reason.
You have to shoot a wall in the dark. Look at this. This is where I came from.
There's no real reason to get the chainsaw when you think about it.
It's really... Okay, it's incredibly useful, though. It really is.
Yeah.
There's not much of a reason to have it, but it's incredibly useful. It's also really fun to use. I mean, come on, it's a freaking chainsaw.
And I think id would follow a similar line of, gaming even after the release of Doom 2. You could say, oh, Doom 3 was a change.
Lamest fucking secret ever. It's literally just an ammo pack and nothing else.
Dude, that's how a lot of secrets are. It's like, oh, I found ammo or health.
Yeah, but some of them are literally just, I found a BFG like 3 levels earlier than I should have.
I found the BFG and have no use for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because don't they take like your ammo and guns away on like the very next map?
No, they don't.
They don't?
No, you keep everything.
See, on the PS3 version, I played it before.
Wow, the PS3 version sounds like it fucking sucks.
Sometimes it does. It's not the map transition. It's the when you're going to an entirely different section.
Really? In the same level?
I might be wrong on that.
I don't know.
It's been a while since I've actually played Doom through all the way, because I've been playing Doom 2016 lately.
Yeah.
So I'd have to go back and just double check if what I'm saying is true or not, because sometimes just games get stuck in my head.
Right,
It just gets confusing to think about after a while. But back to the id Software formula for gaming for the next like 20 years after they released Doom 1. They're like, okay, let's just follow the same formula, guys, of arenas with similar hallways that just lead to a different arena.
Yeah, so let's make Chex Quest.
Now that you mentioned Chex Quest,
that was a really weird thing, wasn't it?
Chex Quest was on the Doom engine, and
It
somehow
was,
it did things that were better than what Doom did.
It was interesting, yeah.
Which is people.
And you got it in a fucking cereal box.
It has a cult following, which
it does.
Kind of like Doom. A lot can be done with the Doom engine, more than the developers of Doom did with their own engine.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, here's that bullcrap where you can't look down. Yeah, I'm just now realizing that.
Yeah.
You can't look down, but the bullets go down.
Yeah.
Which is just...
Yeah, it's weird.
Oh, it's insufferable sometimes. Yeah, back to hit scanners like the imps. Holy crap. Yeah, just hit me with a fireball from across the map. Thank you for that. Great. Awesome. Amazing.
Yeah.
It's like when later they would develop very open maps, which Doom wasn't designed to be a very open map game.
Yeah, not at all.
Because you're going to be standing over there, the imp's going to see you no matter what, and you're just going to get hit with like 20 fireballs and just die instantly.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. And like the environment of Doom, it's so good, but it has to be that really tight, claustrophobic feeling to it.
Yeah.
It's not meant to be expansive.
Well, yeah, one of the things I kind of like about Doom is that it genuinely does do horror well every now and then, even in the original games.
Oh, it really does. I mean, you could say, oh, Doom 3 was the horror of Doom, but Doom 1 had some really good maps that were terrifying.
Or hell, just the end of this episode by itself actually genuinely startled me. You remember how it ends? We'll get there. But yeah, it like basically jump scares you and like puts you in a dark room just full of enemies and then kills you, and then that's the end of the episode.
I mean, Doom had amazing lighting.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, look at this shit. I mean, you barely see 5 feet in front of you.
Dark hallway. There's imps everywhere. There's a pink demon right there.
Yeah, exactly. I always love killing the demons with the chainsaw because half the time they're hit stun. They can't even.
That is true. That's
exactly
the beauty of the chainsaw.
Love the chainsaw. That shit's great.
I mean, Doom is an original game. You can look at it as like a classic masterpiece. But then same could be said for Wolfenstein. I don't know if you're planning on doing a Wolfenstein.
Yeah, I actually had never played Wolfenstein, the original. Actually, I've never played a single Wolfenstein game at all. Also,
really?
Getting the rocket launcher early, too. I might have practiced this and was really, really, like, trying to focus on the game while I was playing this, which is why we're doing post-game commentary. And trying to fill in 40 minutes of gameplay with that, rather than, just me just shooting the shit by myself completely, because I was trying to actually focus on playing the game. So, here we are.
But yeah, if you ever plan on doing a Wolfenstein playthrough, the first game, it's easy to a degree, but again, it was the very first FPS game ever made. Wolfenstein was the first. Mm-hmm. And the problem people don't realize is they say, oh, but Doom's so much better. Yeah, because Doom was working with entirely different technology compared to Wolfenstein.
Oh, that's right, I forgot. This is where I found a secret level that I never found before.
But the secret levels in Doom are nutty sometimes.
I had actually never been to this one prior to recording this part of the Let's Play.
Have you ever realized that finding secrets in Doom is just you literally walking up to a wall that has like a different texture?
Yeah, and then grunting at it as Doom guy.
There is so much about Doom.
It's great. It's freaking hilarious.
It is, but one of my like biggest gripes with the auto map, because when the hell are you using the auto map?
I don't. You'll notice I never use that shit in this playthrough. I don't even remember what the keybind for it is.
Bro, like, cause it's like, oh, we have an auto map in our game, and Wolfenstein barely had.
Yeah,
one.
and what kills me is that it also gives away the secrets in this game.
It really does. You just barely walk up to a wall, and it's like, oh, yep, there's the room I need to go to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, then why the hell? It's not even a secret.
Yeah, at that point,
anymore.
it's not a secret anymore. I mean, still, you have to find the map and the level to know that to begin with. But
That
like,
is
come
true.
on.
Yes, another good example of its beautiful 3D rendering technology, how that barrel was 2D from the
Also,
side.
the fact that I can even see the guys up above me.
I mean, for this style of 3D engine, they tried so hard to make everything seem 3D, but with the problem with the graphics is the enemies were still 2D, but they were like on a 3D-esque platform. Like, do you realize...
They look fine, though, honestly, for the most part, because they I don't know, they gave enough of a shit to make like 8 different sprites for them.
That is true. 8 different sprites, and then like textures on like the barrels. Like you turn to a certain side, like, oh yeah, that barrel's
exactly.
2D, dog. That is straight up 2D. I just like how Doom, it was being the only one of the first of its kind. They did not drop the quality ever. Like,
no, not really.
Doom 2 was a slight improvement to Doom 1.
Right.
Doom 3 was an improvement to Doom 2 because it was the first 3D, really 3D Doom game.
Right, yeah, yeah.
The fourth Doom, which everyone calls Doom 2016, or just Doom, was an improvement on Doom 3, and it was faster, higher caliber, it felt great.
Did you ever play Doom 64, by the way? Because that game is genuinely really good.
Wasn't it the one they released on the Nintendo 64 that was like...
Yeah, that's why it has the number 64
I know.
in it, you dolt.
But wasn't like the sprites lower, and they had a problem with it running correctly?
It was odd, but honestly, it's still worth playing in my opinion. It's really fun.
Can you even get a copy of it anymore?
I have it on my Xbox.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
I mean, it's technically not running on original hardware.
No, not at all. But I mean, yeah, you can literally. Okay, I think to play it on an original N64, I think you literally need the expansion pack for your console because it can't play. You can't play if you just have a regular N64 out of the box.
Gosh, that's the thing about.
It's the same with, I want to say, like, how was it? Donkey Kong 64. I want to say Quake 2 was on there.
Quake 2 was on the N64?
It was either Quake 1 or Quake 2, and you had to have the damn expansion pack. So I never bought it because I don't feel like spending like $75 on an expansion pack so I can play Quake 2 like somewhere else with on an N64 controller.
This thing, I don't even remember the original price of Doom when it came out. I didn't even Google that actually. Because think about it, like how much gaming. Hold on, where's my phone at?
It's right here.
Hand it to me.
That's mine. That's mine. Bro, where'd your phone go?
Did I sit
I
on
think
it?
you dropped it.
Did I? I don't know, man.
Oh, it's over there. Hold on.
Bro is genuinely leaving the recording. And he's back.
I left for like 5 seconds to get my phone. Oh, we might edit that part out.
Nah, it's fine.
But let me look up, because I always wanted to know, because like Doom has jumped in price. I mean, that's just because the quality has gotten better over the years. But
well, yeah, I mean, you buy the original Doom 1 for like $5 now.
original Doom price. Holy shit! Someone's selling. I'm not gonna even mention that. But someone's selling a Doom 1993 collector's original mail order release for $10,000.
Damn, is it still sealed? Phew.
Bro,
That's crazy.
okay, so the original Doom game sold for $30.
$30?
That's still not bad.
That's really not bad at all. Honestly.
$30 was the launch price.
Yeah, damn.
That's gone down over the years.
I want to say the entire first episode was shareware, wasn't it? And freeware.
Yes, the original episode.
So everything that we're playing right now in this video
Shareware.
is literally freeware and shareware.
I mean, that's the thing about games when they came out originally.
well, older PC games just had shit like
had
that.
shareware. I have a copy of Blood. You know Blood, the original, the FPS
Not
game.
really, no.
Blood was like Doom, but I'll show you a clip of it later. But Blood, I have an original copy of Blood shareware on disc.
Yeah.
Dude, holy crap. Shareware games, when they were first coming out with because original PC games were like the Wild West of gaming, when a lot of games were coming out being dropped like, crazy. It was like,
I don't know if I was supposed to do that, but I think I might have just skipped a part of the level by doing what I just did.
It probably doesn't even matter. Oh my gosh, or even look at these sprites, dude. It was ahead of its time when they were developing this shit. I mean, think about it. What did we have before? We had Wolfenstein, and before that we had I don't know what, Tetris. Like
Tetris. What do you mean Tetris?
We had Pac-Man. Like, what PC games did we have that were like this before?
Speaking of Pac-Man, did you know that it was originally called Puckman? Guess why they changed that shit?
Because it sounds like fuck, man.
No, because people were... Not only because it sounds like fuck man, but because people were literally defacing the arcade cabinet by writing F instead of P.
That is downright awful.
Yeah.
But just... id Software developing Doom was an extraordinary jump in what gaming became. Because before this, we had Wolfenstein, we had, old-timey arcade games. We didn't really have PC games. We had platformers, we had, like, Mario. We had shit like that before we had Doom, and then Doom came out and just changed everything.
I mean, realistically, GoldenEye came out. When did GoldenEye come out?
Wasn't GoldenEye on the N64?
Yeah, I think it was around the same time as
It was
the same time frame.
It was a year before that.
Something like that.
Because Doom came out, what, 96?
I don't know.
Okay, Doom came out in 93.
I know... Okay, so yeah, this was definitely before that.
GoldenEye...
I want to say there is a version of Doom on the Super Nintendo, though, isn't there? I think it sucks.
I want to look...
I know there is on the
okay,
3DO.
yeah, this came out... GoldenEye on the N64 came out in... appears to be 97.
That makes sense, because that was a year after the system came out.
Yeah, so GoldenEye came out in 97, this came out in 93. I mean, of course, we had games like on the PlayStation that were, Was it PlayStation that had FPS games before Doom? Hold on, let me look up. Because I really want to know now. PS1... What year did the PS1 even come out?
93.
PS1...
It might be
94.
Yeah, 94.
Okay, so I want to look up what FPS games we had before Doom. Because I'm not even sure.
Yeah, I honestly don't know.
Okay, so Wolfenstein 3D was 92.
I was about to say, because Wolfenstein did come before this, so at least had that.
There's a game called Maze War and Spasm are considered to be the first FPS games.
I was about to say, I would be surprised if something
came out before Doom, and Wolfenstein 3 was released before Doom. What is Maze War? Developed in 1973?
Yeah.
And
yeah, computer games are old, man. Realistically, they're older than console games.
There's like barely anything about Spasm on
Well,
here.
yeah, because they didn't really... That's kind of the problem with like looking into old game stuff, where it's just
don't
like...
exist.
Well, yeah, because they didn't bother to like actually document anything.
It wasn't until Wolfenstein came out that people actually started documenting about it. But that's because Wolfenstein kept growing.
Well, it's like even like early NES games like there was Super Mario Bros. It's hard to really find like concrete information about how everything was developed.
That is true, but think about it. If Wolfenstein revolutionized and was the godfather of FPS games, Doom was just...
The Godfather 2.
Exactly, it was like the Godfather 2 of all FPS games. I mean, just look at how much gaming has changed. I mean, just look at this scene right here. You're coming down a hallway, the lighting, going up the stairs, there's just the pickups. This was what gaming would become. I mean, all the FPS games that come out after that had followed this model, at least to some similarity.
To some extent, yeah.
Yeah, we had Quake, we had every other Wolfenstein game, we had Half-Life.
Yeah.
But Half-Life came out not too long after...
Probably 2004, 2005.
Because granted, Half-Life was...
2003, maybe? I honestly don't know.
Half-Life came out in 98.
No, oh, wow.
So Half-Life came out in 98, and Quake came out... There was a big thing going on where games were just dropping not even a few years after. It was like crunch time.
Mm-hmm.
And Quake came out in 96. Holy crap. So it was like every few years a new game was coming out that was trying to beat Doom. That was just the entire thing. We're going to beat Doom. This is going to be the Doom Killer. A lot of games are called the Doom Killer. Quake was called the Doom Killer because
Wasn't
the
it literally made by ID Software, though?
Yeah, but they wanted to kill their own game. They were like, okay, Doom's worn out its stay. We're going to develop... Actually, yeah, they did. id Software developed Quake, but the thing was, okay, there's literally a post called "Is Quake Basically Doom?" Yeah, here's the thing. Quake is a first-person shooter developed by id Software, published by GT Interactive. So GT Interactive had their hand in Quake, and Doom was just id Software. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Doom franchise post was created by id Software. by the original creators, John Carmack, Romero, Adrian, and like Tom Hall. Everyone remembers that. But who is it?
I'm gonna have to show you after we finish recording, but did I tell you that I ended up finding Doom Wads at a Goodwill?
You found Doom Wads at a Goodwill?
Yeah.
Redacted.
Bro, that's insane. Have you ever been... Okay, we're gonna have to, have that conversation off camera.
But essentially, there's this, I found Doom Wads, it was this entire, disc, and it was just in a sleeve. It was in, a paper sleeve, and I just picked it up in a freaking Goodwill, and I'm like, what the hell is this? And I looked on the back. It's got a bunch of, random stuff that only work on a Windows 95 computer, but it also had a crap ton of Doom Wads on it. A bunch of them. Some of them are literally just multiplayer maps, dude. So I was thinking of putting them into Z Daemon and actually hosting a server where we could play them.
That's the thing. Doom mods are still very popular. And
yeah, I still play Z Daemon today. I might genuinely fire that shit up when I go home.
The Doom modding community is really huge. Because Doom's an easily moddable game.
Oh, it really is. Yeah.
Because
it's like the original computer mod game.
It
seriously
honestly is. Way before Gary's mod, there was Doom mods.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Doom was made to be, for the community to be able to do whatever they want with the engine. That's why there's games like, I told you about Dark Forces. Dark Forces was a Star Wars game made on the Doom engine.
Yeah, that game is fun,
which is nutty.
Yeah, that game is fun.
And just, there's so much that's been done with the engine ever since it came out. And, look at this right here, this scene right here, where you're shooting at a pink demon, you're shooting at the
shoot at the barrel and soldier freaking explodes along with it.
Gosh, I think my least favorite enemy in Doom was the Lost Souls. I freaking hate them.
I can't remember what they look like.
They were the flaming skulls.
Oh, I'll probably get to those in the second episode of the game.
It gets easier once you have mastered Doom in general.
Yeah.
Because once you've played through the first episode a few times, it just becomes second nature. Strafe running, using the shotgun a lot, just changing your weapons to handle certain situations.
Yeah, like an invisible.
Invisible with quotation marks, so you can clearly see them.
You can see it's not even just you can see the outline, you can see the entire shadow. Look at this shit.
Bro, floating shadows be
Dude has the freaking Bro has the Invisonator from China.
Bro has
Bro's got the Chinese knockoff of Apple technology to
Bro
make you invisible.
Bro has that cartoon smoke in a cartoon where you run away too fast. And
if you were in a sci-fi world, you literally point at this dude and say his Jordans are fake, basically.
Bro has the Chinese stealth technology from Fallout.
Yeah.
You're not invisible. I can clearly see your outline. Gosh, sometimes the lighting in Doom just makes me ill. I keep going back to the lighting.
It is cool though.
It is.
It is cool, and it actually makes that invisibility at least worth something.
Somewhat.
Yeah, exactly.
If they're in a dark hallway.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas if it's broad daylight, you're just excuse me, what the hell do you think you're doing?
Have you ever read about how the lighting textures are actually put into Doom?
I actually have no idea.
It's not actually even lighting. It's more of along the lines of they
It's ray tracing.
No, they legit darken certain areas of the map with
just completely.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Manually darken the entire area,
That's
so it's
so
not
weird.
really lighting. It's not really a shadow. It's just an increase of brightness and darkness in certain areas of the map. So all this fancy lighting you see is just them making on-off flickering of the darkness palette.
Yeah.
Which is insane to us now, because now we have where you can put in a light into the game and it's there. It's actually there.
Well, yeah, I mean, even a freaking blender has this camera and light source.
And that's the sad part of it. That's the sad reality of modern gaming. It's getting to the point where games take ages to develop.
Not only that, but they're developed with no real love.
Doom was put out in months. Did
Yeah.
you know that? Doom was developed in a few months and then posted.
So, I don't know if you know anything about Mega Man, but
I know a little bit.
Mega Man 2 was originally never supposed to come out, despite it being one of the most popular games in the franchise. Mega Man 2 basically was a spite move. So they originally developed Mega Man 1. It was not that much of a hit. And then they were like, okay, but I think we've got something. We can make Mega Man 2. And then Capcom just said, okay, yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. Work on the shit you have that we have to like give you. And they were like, okay, but if we finish that on time, can we work on Mega Man 2 as well? And they were like, your funeral. And so they just crunched that shit and made like, you know, a freaking iconic game within 4 months.
Oh my gosh.
I think it was like 4 or 5.
That's insane. I mean, Doom, okay, there's a book that, I don't remember who published it, who wrote it,
yeah.
But there's a book called The Doom Bible. And essentially about the creation of Doom, all the stress, all the background noise that was happening behind the id Software team.
Yeah.
And so after, I believe it was Doom 2, so John Romero, he left Doom and formed Ion Storm.
Yeah.
Ion Storm made Daikatana.
Right.
They also made a few other games that no one fucking remembers for obvious reasons. After Romero left, id Software like doubled down on technology, and then Carmack left a few years later, and now he's doing stuff for Facebook. I think he's doing like VR stuff for Facebook. But Carmack was the brains behind the Doom engine. Romero was like the story guy. He was like, I want to develop a game with a story that can keep going. Romero wanted all these fun ideas put into Doom. He wanted like the characters to be very dynamic in how they acted. And that's
how you like this music video shader, by the way.
What is this, night vision?
I think it is, yeah.
I don't know. Doom had some interesting ideas that sometimes fell through. I mean, Doom 3...
Sometimes the night vision does that, like, it definitely helps in certain areas, but yeah.
Yeah, it depends. I mean, it's not even really night vision, they just brighten the palette.
Also, there's a secret I really want you to see in this fucking area where it's just like, dude, really?
Dude, really?
We'll probably see it in a second. Let's see. Probably around the corner somewhere here. Okay. Oh yeah, gee, I wonder where this arrow's pointing.
Didn't Doom still have a point system?
Oh, I don't see one.
I remember there being like a point system.
I don't know.
Like there was like an end screen with. I might be remembering that wrong.
It might be like. Oh yeah, there is because there's like kill percentage, there's secret percentage, time.
I've played the multiplayer version.
I usually gloss over it at the end of each level. I just immediately skip like to the end because usually it like just and there's like freaking drum rolls for it.
Clicking through.
Yeah, so
like,
basically
I want to be done.
Yeah. But basically I just click once so it shows all of the level stats and then I just click again. Because otherwise it's gonna drum roll through every freaking stat you had in the level for like 5 minutes.
Could you imagine Doom with a build engine? That would be so dumb. You just died at like every door in the game. All my friends died in door-related accidents on the build engine.
Yeah.
But just look at these sprites. That's just beautiful. Like, all of this was hand-done. I mean, think about it. Compared to what we have now, this was like hand-done. None of this was just, oh, I'm going to take this texture and stretch it out over a surface because I'm a lazy bastard. There was no really deep and detailed sculpting. This was all like drawn. None of this was, you know, copy-pasted from a different game.
Yeah.
I mean, even some games now, we have textures that have been stolen from another game.
Well, I mean, that's not always a bad thing, though, when you're trying to fight crunch and shit, though. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world.
I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world, but for these guys who have done all of this in a few months, and we have game developers now like, oh yeah, it's going to be a 10-year deadline, and we're still going to release an unfinished game. Like, screw you!
Well, yeah, but I mean, that's the problem, is it's just corporate shit. It's not really like a labor of love like indie games are these days.
Yes, dude. Like, there's so many indie games now that are beautiful, like, compared to their AAA counterparts. Especially in the FPS genre.
Yeah.
I mean, there was one game I saw recently, it was, what was the name of it? Hold on, I actually have it saved on my phone.
I played a game called Celico. It's like...
CV11 did a great video on Celico. It was very recently. Yeah, Sulaco, see right there.
I have it on here. We can just play that for a video.
So they're like recent games that have been coming out. So Civ 11.
It's really interesting. You have like a freaking Mega Man slide in the game.
Okay, Nightmare Reaper, Barrels of Fun. So Nightmare Reaper is an indie game that was developed about 2-3 years ago, but it's kind of like a loot and shoot. It's
Yeah.
like Borderlands, but what a pixel graphics and
Yeah.
more fun, more violence.
Did you ever play Warhammer Bolt Gun?
Yes.
That game is really good.
Warhammer Bolt Gun is amazing.
Yeah.
It's one of those indie games.
I kind of do wish it had like a deathmatch mode. Because that's the one thing I like about having Doom and like Z Daemon is that you literally can just go online and just do death matches. It's just great.
I love multiplayer like additions to games like Doom because
Yeah.
even Doom had a multiplayer.
Yeah, I mean, and then Quake did it like amazingly.
Exactly. Those are good examples. Even later, years later, I don't think Doom 2016 had a multiplayer.
It did.
It did.
It did. It's dead as fuck, which sucks because it was really good.
See, I haven't played it.
Because essentially, Doom 2016 had this multiplayer mode where one person would like be like empowered and they literally get to be the demon.
Holy crap!
So it was still based on how many kills you got. So if you were the all-powerful demon, you could get kills left and right. Only problem, everybody was targeting you.
Oh yeah, that is the problem. Wouldn't it be? What was it? Only like a 4-player?
But it was kind of, yeah. It was. I think it was like 4 or 5 player or something like that.
Because that's like how many controllers you can connect to a PS4.
It was a really good like multiplayer like option though. It was really fun. I played the crap out of it back when that game first came out.
I mean, it still holds up.
But unfortunately, I don't think
Multiplayer
anybody's
is-
playing that multiplayer mode.
Because
which
did
sucks.
Doom Eternal have a multiplayer? I've played Doom
I
Eternal.
think it does. I just have never looked at it because I still haven't even played Doom Eternal. I probably should.
Okay, Doom Eternal. So essentially, what they did with Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal was going back to like what the story was. Like, who gives a shit about the Doom story? Who's paying attention to Doom Guy, who they now call Doom Slayer, apparently? And
Yeah, but he's so adorable with Isabelle from Animal Crossing. Because they came out like the same day.
that is true. But see, they went back to like what the story should have been. So he's like the Doom Slayer went to hell, killed all the demons, stayed in hell with his, followers, and he became the Doom Slayer because all the original Doom Slayers are dead apparently, except for him.
Well, yeah, that was basically the entire point of the first game is that like the rest of your entire company is just dead as shit, and you have to walk in and try
But they
and fight
made
your
it
way
seem like he's some medieval. Okay, I'll show you because that's like what they're doing with the new Doom game, where it's going to be medieval based. So apparently, there's like a cult of these big buff guys.
out. Really?
Okay, the story of Doom Eternal. Yeah. So it follows the events of Doom 2016, and it goes off pretty much what the original game should have been.
Oh boy, now I have the fake Jordans.
Okay, so it says to end hell's consumption on Earth, foil the aliens' plans to exterminate humanity, and there's like the Doom Slayer defeats the demons, and there's just so the new game is called Doom Dark Ages, which goes back to like the foundation of the Doom Slayers, as they're called.
Oh really?
So that's where you got like that sword that came around in Doom Eternal, where you get that really
Yeah. They're like a rune sword with lasers.
it's just a really fancy sword, and apparently the ancient Doom Slayers who protected humans from Hell's wrath, it craps on the original source material, which was Doom Guy fighting to get out of a space. What was that? It was in space, right? It was on Mars, or one of the planets.
Mars is in space. So is Earth.
I know. You know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
But it's like, okay, so
Yeah, but then you should somehow end up on the shores of hell.
like no one understands how any of this is happening, and like Doom 2016 tries to make sense of it by adding this evil female character who's like harvesting hell's energy to power Earth and to power her evil projects, but she also wants to become like some kind of hell monarch. And they bring back all the original like bosses from the first game, and none of it makes sense because they're trying to create a story out of something that didn't have a story. Like,
Which is funny because the original Doom doesn't even have bosses so far. It just has rooms with like gigantic amounts of enemies. in
okay,
them.
there is bosses. There's the Cyber Demon. There's that spider. I can't remember the name. It's like a Robo Spider.
I still haven't happened across it, and it's still like I don't know because essentially we're playing the freeware version, and that's as far as I've played, other than a little bit into the Shores of Hell. I want to say those are all in Doom 2 though, not Doom 1.
What's it Doom 2?
I'm almost certain because I remember them being in there with the arch vials and shit.
You're probably right. I don't.
Because I think Doom 1 was a hell of a lot more like
just running around gunning down everything.
Yeah, exactly. And then Doom 2, they started doing like bosses and shit. Yeah.
And then every id game had to have a boss afterwards because we can't have anything nice around here apparently.
Honestly, I don't think the bosses are a bad idea.
I mean, it's not a bad idea because Wolfenstein had bosses. You get to fight magic flying Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, exactly.
Not even kidding you.
And I always liked that, like, the one thing I did in Quake 2, because I recently went through that entire game on my Xbox and just played the shit out of it, is I just used my freaking, like, quad damage buff and just, like, obliterated every boss in, like, 2 seconds with my missile launcher.
Ah, yes. Dude, you need to get a copy of Blood, because Blood is, oh my gosh, it's more challenging than Doom, and it's twice the fun. The graphics are better.
You know what? I have to do this too. There's an absolutely excellent game. I think you'll like it. It's called Necrovision.
I've seen Necrovision.
Necrovision
it was like
is
World War
good
I
as
trench
fuck.
fighting.
Exactly, it's great.
It's great, but it's so weird. I've watched
It
a
is
video
really
on
weird,
it.
but it's freaking awesome.
I've watched a video
It's
on it.
hilarious.
It's like World War I trench fighting.
Yes, it's
but
very
in FPS against wizards and shit.
Yes, it's kind of like Doom, except it's like freaking trench warfare. So I don't know.
Okay, but look up Blood because you're gonna love the look of Blood.
Is it just called Blood?
It's called Blood.
BLOOD.
Yeah, BLOOD. Yeah. No, the game. Because Blood is an amazing franchise minus Blood 2. We don't talk about Blood 2.
Oh, well,
Look at that shit, dude.
Look at that.
Blood is like a cult classic for most people. I have the shareware version on a disc. Like the Tommy gun, the dynamite, the cultists. Like the whole game has a vibe about it.
Let me see if I can find it on Good Old Games real quick.
Oh, you use Good Old Games too?
Of course I do. Who the hell
I'm
doesn't?
pretty sure it's on Good Old Games because, you know, Steam just gets rid of everything.
Yeah, they do. Plus, what the hell is this?
What is that?
This is not what we're looking for.
Well, Good Old Games, what are you doing?
What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?
It might still be on Steam. I haven't checked in a while.
I don't know.
See if I can find a copy on Steam. Sometimes Steam just has stuff.
Bloody boobs. What the hell is on Good Old Games these days?
Bro, what is happening?
What is this? What is this? What is this?
Okay, yeah, you can get a copy of Blood on Steam.
Oh boy.
Blood Fresh Supply, you can get it on Steam right now, dude. How much is it? Only $10. That's not bad.
You said Fresh Supply?
Yeah, Blood Fresh Supply. It's like a remastered version
It
of Blood.
definitely looks like it, yeah.
Dude, it's so good.
Oh my god. Oh. We're going to play that next.
How long would the download take?
Oh. That depends. Actually, it's a freaking old ass game. Of course, it'll take like 2 seconds.
Just 2-second download.
Yeah, it's got 1 gigabyte available space. I'm gonna download that shit in like 2 seconds.
Bro, we could legit do an
Also, I like how we're talking about this in the middle of the damn Doom video.
Look, that's the comedy of this channel. Okay, nothing matters anymore.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, you know what's gonna come out next, I guess. Oh,
Dude,
did I even buy it or?
I think it's still in your cart.
It is. What am I, stupid?
This is more unhinged than the podcast.
I know it. It weirdly is, isn't it? Install content. Oh boy.
Dude, we're gonna have to do like an entire voiceover video of like you playing the first level of Blood because I love Blood, but I love Doom too. Let's go back to Doom, matter of fact. What are we doing? Oh, right, Doom.
Right, yeah, Doom. Oh,
Doom,
yeah,
I
look,
love
it's
Doom.
the Barons of Hell.
Oh, Barons, the worst enemy in the game, in my opinion. Like, what is that green shit?
It's just like they're like throwing their snot at you.
I don't know, the Barons of Hell are just such a bad character. Just look at it. Look at it. They can't even hit you. Their projectile is slow as dirt. They're such a big target.
That's why they're the freaking bosses of only the first episode of 3.
And you could just hit them with everything and
Not
stun
only
them.
that, they give you a gigantic freaking arena to run from them in this one too.
Doom wasn't even trying at this point. They were like, big arena, big enemy, run around in a circle,
yeah,
straight from them to
seriously.
death. strafe running in Doom be like? Kill.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, it's probably more difficult to fight a room of like 20 imps than it is
Yeah,
to take
seriously.
on one Baron of Hell. Like, bro, what? Like 20 really fast projectiles versus one.
Not only that, the Baron of Hell projectiles, I swear to God, are like slower.
They're really slow.
Yeah.
I mean, on like the hardest difficulty, they're lightning fast, and you're getting hit with like, I think they do like triple the damage of a regular projectile.
Yeah.
But you won't even notice because you'll never get hit by them. You legit never experience the damage unless you do it on purpose.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, just look at that skyline. Like, wow.
Yeah, and then what they do next startles the fucking shit out of you.
Wait, I don't remember this part. What do they... Oh gosh, no.
Yeah.
That is evil, dude. What?
That actually scared the shit out of me.
That's just so bad. Like, they drop you in a straight out monster
They
claw.
literally do, and it ends the freaking part of the game right when you hit 1% health.
Like, Doom guy gets insta-killed by like 30 enemies in a monster closet.
I guess that's how he gets to hell.
There's just a hell portal that opens up.
Yeah, also blood fresh supply. Your game is ready to play.
Bro, how much more record? Oh, we got like, what, a minute?
Yeah, we're pretty much done here. We're good.
Peace out, everyone.
Yeah, goddamn. I would read that, but I don't think I gave myself enough time while I was playing.
You legit didn't even read over
No, see?
Yeah, click.
Yeah, it's good. Anyway, bye!